oh my god, China's zone is even worse. Even when Chinese people come to Korea, they still see like a black person. Like their reaction is usually just very funny. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to this channel, my name is Magri. If you've been here before, welcome back. Thank you for coming. So guys, I know most of you might be wondering like why you all glammed up unlike my usual self, but today I made like a photo shoot for my birthday that is coming up next week. So I don't know when this video is going to be dropping, but my birthday is 10th of September, so like I'm filming this video on the 4th of September, so hence why I'm all glammed up. I decided let me not waste this. Let's just do what you are good at, and then bring you guys things you should expect if you are to travel to Asia. I know many people have always wanted to travel to Asia, or if you're one of those that have always been interested in Asia, these things I'm going to be listing in this video are things you should expect so that when you get there, you're not shocked. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, please don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to this channel for more. And without further ado, let's get in on the video. So guys, the very first one I'm going to be talking about is prepare to be looked at a lot.
What are you looking at?
What are you looking at, butthead?
Sometimes I wonder like if Asians have not seen like black people before, or at least with recent time things are beginning to change and people are beginning to be more exposed. But like let's say in 2000 and in 2019, 2018, like it was that bad. Like everywhere you go to, people tend to turn their heads. I think it's basically because our features are completely like different from what Asians have. Our hair, our face, our skin color. Some even go to the extent of asking like, is it that you did not bathe, that's why your skin did not like it's dark like this? Or they just ask some kind of questions that you are like what? These questions, they don't even make sense. But when you get it, don't be surprised at that, because I think at least as they claim, people are not really used to like other cultures. At least Asians, some Asian countries, they are not used to like other cultures because of their homogeneous nature. Like it's now that because of like globalization, internet and everything, things are beginning to like mix and match. So when you get to Asia and you're being looked at, don't be surprised. It's like a normal thing, but just don't let it get to you. Whatever the impression you see that okay, maybe this person is looking down on me or whatever, don't just let it get to you. It's just what they are used to. But with things like our generation now, like the youths and whatnot, people are beginning to be more exposed and things are getting better. So that is for the very first one. So guys, if you see me looking down, please don't be surprised. I'm just looking through like my phone, like my jottings and all that. So the second one is people will want to touch your hair and your skin. This also like like goes back to the first point I talked about. People will, apart from even staring at you now, they will want to go to the extent of touching your hair. Like with black people having like very curly hair, they are very surprised like, why is your hair like this, that. And then for those wearing weave, like it's obviously weave, so they want to just touch your hair. I think it's because of like completely difference in culture, because when black people are in America, because in Europe and America and in even Africa in general, like people are not really surprised that, because that is what we are used to seeing, like our hair is curly, everybody knows. But then when you get to Asia, you experience a totally different thing. Like people are wondering like, why is your hair like this curly? Like how did you feel? Most especially if you have braids on, they will touch your hair like to the last bit. You'll be like, oh, this push, you just leave me alone. But that's just what it is. You just have to get used to it and hope that you have like a good experience that will not really like be anything to bother you about. So just be prepared when you get to Asia. Especially, at least this experience is things that people have really talked about in Japan and in Korea. I'm not really sure about other Asian countries, but these two countries, and even China, oh my god, China's zone is even worse. Even when Chinese people come to Korea, they still see like a black person. Like their reaction is usually just very funny. And I'm like, God, can't people just give this thing a rest? Like they want to take pictures with you. I don't know if they've seen black people, but then they still want to like have this interaction. They want to take pictures with you, they want to touch your hair, they want to touch your skin. the one that even surprised me a lot, like when I went to Korea, Indians that came to Korea, they still did the same thing. And I'm like, funny enough, like these Indians I'm talking about, they have like the same dark skin like me, and yet they wanted to just take pictures with me. They wanted to, like, you know, just have any form of interaction with me. And I'm like, this is quite surprising. Like, it's not something I expected. So when that came about, I was like, is this really like an Asian thing or what now? But I just don't want to generalize. So when I say most Asians or some Asians, you just try to get my points there. So that is for that. Prepare to be touched, prepare for your head to be rubbed up and down. And especially with people of the older generation, like, you know, they are not really used to like black people, black hair, black culture and all that. So they tend to be very curious, like, you know, they've not seen this thing before. They just want to touch. It might be annoying, but just, you know, just look away and just, okay, ignorance. But that is that. So for the third one thing you should know, like if you are going to another person's culture, like, you know, food is usually like a very big part of anybody's culture. And if you are traveling to another place, you are not planning to carry all your food from like wherever you are coming from to another country. So you are going to be eating food in that country you are going to. And one thing you should expect is, even though like African food, you know, we like spice, like at least in Nigeria we like spice, and Asians tend to like spice, or at least Koreans, Japanese, they tend to like, you know, spicy food and whatnot. But prepare for this spicy food to be tasting very sugary. Like there's one, my favorite, like, you know, Korean food that is called tteokbokki, is rice cake. I'll try to put a picture of it somewhere. Like, I love that food a lot, but I like it because maybe it's because it's spicy and whatnot. But then, like, why I did not really enjoy it when I went to Korea, because I noticed that there was sugar in like this recipe, like whatever recipe they were using over there. Like the thing was tasting spicy and sugary. Like I could not understand the mix between spicy and sugary. So like I did not really enjoy that food at all. So now that I'm, you know, like, luckily I have like access to buying the raw, like, you know, the uncooked one, so I prepared myself. I just add the spice and all that, but no sugar. And you know, in Africa we don't usually add sugar in any form of our food, because sugar, I don't even understand how you put sugar inside the food. Like sugar is supposed to be like something you add to like maybe beverage or cornflakes and whatnot, but then nothing like proper cooked food. The food will be tasting spicy and then it will be tasting sugary. Like I not just understand that. So that's one thing you should expect. They like to put sugar in most of their foods, whether it is spicy or not. Just prepare to have like a taste of sugar in that food. So the first one is, the use of technology will hit you different. Guys, if there's anything I love Asia for, is like the way they've been able to embrace technology. Like they've dived into it. Everything is just, you feel like the touch of technology in everything they do, and it really makes your life a whole lot easy. Like everything just seems to go smoother than usual. You know, here in Africa we are beginning to like embrace technology like to the max, and anything we do, you know, we tend to overdo it and all that. But like technology is one thing that people are still afraid of or skeptical about. But although not everybody, at least for our generation, like the youth and all that, we know, like, you know, how technology makes your life easy. But then when you come to the older generation, that's not the case. But in Asia, old, young, middle, just whatever generation, everybody is using like technology in one form or the other. The one that surprised me the most, guys, on the train in Korea, I was on a train like going somewhere in Korea. Like I saw one old man, very old man like this. He had this Samsung, I don't know what it's called, but I'll try to put a picture of it somewhere. Like that phone, like an old man was using it. He was watching YouTube on one side, he was playing game on one side. I was like, wow, this is not like, you know, something I'm used to. I was really amazed, and I really hope that kind of, you know, technology or the use of technology will come down here to Africa and, you know, is embraced. But I believe technology is like, you know, a very good thing that we should embrace with all our chests, like Nigerians say. So the use of technology is one thing I really love about Asia. So the fifth one is the time difference is very, very large. Oh my god, I can remember going to Korea and they had like 7 hours difference, like from Nigeria. I was feeling so, should I say, lethargic. Like I could not even understand. Sometimes when I'm sleeping, that's when my mom is calling me. When I'm awake, that's when they are sleeping. Like I could not just get used to the time difference. And because I only stayed there like 2 weeks, so I did not have any time whatsoever to adjust. So like that was one thing that really, like, wow, this time difference. Like sometimes I found it hard falling asleep because there was like a huge 7 hours difference between Nigerian time and Korean time, and that was my first time of ever going to Asia. So like it was very like it was so funny to me, but then I had to get used to it. At least I think 1.5 weeks in, I got used to it, but then I was supposed to leave in 2 weeks time, so like there was really no time to fully get used to it. So prepare to have like time difference hits you different. So the 6th one is if you are into skincare. For me, guys, like I love my skin a lot. Like I try to, in short, when I went to Korea, like I think my box was full of like skincare products, like from left, right and center. The very first shop I entered, like when I was buying things worth of $200, like the cashier or the person attending to me was looking at me like, what are you going to be using all these things for? But that was even just the beginning. So like if you are into skincare, like Asia is a place for you to go to. Not just Asia, Korea. Like the way they've been able to, like, use skincare to really keep themselves looking young. Your skin is looking all fresh. Even when you're 40, you're looking like you're 20. Like skincare is a really, really big thing there. And recently now they are beginning to, like, develop skincare products for like black people. So like having variety of skincare products. Even then, like the use of black skincare was really not much in Korea because like most of them are white, or they tend to like to be white and all that. But even at that, they still had products that were like neutral, like even black skin, white skin, yellow skin, whatever skin color you are, you can use it. So like skincare is really a big thing in South Korea, and if you are into skincare or you want like the best of the best, then I advise you to just go to Korea. I'm not really sure about other Asian countries now, but like Korea is one that I know that is into skincare. They even have these 10 steps to give you like that perfect baby skins. So if you're looking into skincare or you are trying to get a better skin, just look no further, go to Korean skincare, you'll be alright. Like from the cleanser to the toner to the everything, like they have everything, every product, and it will really help you get a clearer skin. At least it has helped me. Although you can't see it through like this makeup, like I can proudly say like my skin is flawless now from just trying to like take care of it using the skincare products I got from Korea that I'm still using till now, funny enough. Although even when they finish, I have like my source of getting them from there. So the 7th one is if you are like a night owl, like Asia is for you. Like those people, they have a huge nightlife. Like how we think in Lagos here we have like a bubbly light nightlife. Oh, I'm telling you now, we are learning. In that place, like the nightlife is just too huge that even around 12 you see restaurants open, like everybody's still moving about. So if you are the type that likes to party or go out to clubs and whatnot, at least from my experience, Korea is for you. Like you will definitely have the best time of your life. Just go to Korea and you have, like, I can remember enjoying myself a lot. Even me, I'm not really a big party person, but I found myself enjoying like every bit of my trip in Korea. Like the night I was awake around 12, which is unusual, but I found it interesting. Maybe it's because I was with interesting people as well. So if you're really into like night activities, Korea is the best place for you to go. And I heard this is the same thing in Japan. I'm not really sure about China now and other Asian countries, but Japan and Korea, they have a very huge nightlife. So that's one thing you should expect if you're into that type of thing. So the last one is like this is like my biggest advice if you are to travel to Korea. I'm not really sure about Japan now because Japan is, I think, the next place I'm hoping to hop into. But like if you are traveling to Korea, I advise you to travel between August and October. Like anytime aside from that, you're either in the extreme winter or you are in the extreme summer. Even that September, like I went in September, God, guys, like the sun is, the funny thing is, even when the sun was shining, I was feeling cool, but I was still like hot. Like there was just no in between. it's only if you are used to that kind of weather that you understand, like, okay, maybe you know what to wear. But me, I found myself wearing, like, you know, winter jackets when everybody was wearing, like, you know, skimpy tops and all that. But then I was feeling hot, so I was always, you know, putting it on and off. So that's one thing you should expect. Like, the weather in South Korea is just not, should I say, the friendliest, especially the winter. Like, it's really bad. People talk about how, like, the winter is to the extreme, everywhere is freezing cold. Knowing that and having that at the back of your mind is something I think you should know before your trip or planning your trip to Asia. So guys, these are the things I decided to bring to you to let you know if you're planning on traveling to Asia. Know these things at the back of your mind. Prepare so that when you get there, you're not surprised at this thing. You know that Margaret has got you, I've brought them to you, and you already know them before going. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to this channel for more. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye.